It's
Okay,
small,
good.
but I can see it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, welcome to the Heartline Energy Celebration. Our mission is to come together through the heart to listen, share, learn, celebrate, and support each other with the energy of gratitude. We give thanks for our everyday miracles. We give thanks in advance for the miracle of restoring the health of this generation. Feeling the change in our hearts gives us the courage to create the change in the world. As we move from fear into grounded peace and self love, we carry that healing energy into every experience. This is a place for listening, not a place for preaching or tell others how they should live. We share what we have experienced and what has been true for us. And if something resonates as true for you, we invite you to live it and let your life become the example. If it doesn't resonate, we simply ask that you leave it here without judgment. Truth can look different from different perspectives. We honor each person's experience, beliefs, and path. We believe that meaningful change begins within. We believe that God has a place, an inner compass within each heart, helping us discern right from wrong, guiding us towards truth, love, and service. When we are challenged by illness, we may feel disconnected from our hearts, our bodies, and our sense of peace. Stress can have a powerful effect on our health and our well-being. Although illness can have many contributing factors, it's not about blame. It's about taking a look inside and finding the strength to overcome what we've been through, what's created this pattern. When we take a look at how we've created it, we can make different choices, ones that support our heart, our health, our happiness. That's how true healing comes. Each Wednesday at noon, Easter, we gather to celebrate hope, feeling connection, and the miracles, large and small, that remind us of what is possible when we come together in love.
We had such expectations. We would soon be given birth to the next Chopin, the next Einstein, the greatest child on earth. And we'd be the perfect family. Soon we'd have the perfect kid. We'd never have a challenge or a problem, God forbid. Oh, but life had different plans. So I need for you to understand. Don't desert me, don't ignore. I need friends now, more than I ever did before. Show compassion, but please don't pity me. I'm a parent just like you, it's true, but I have special needs. I need you to notice that my life's different from yours. I need you not to judge me. Don't compare and don't keep score. I'd love an extra pair of hands or just a hug or two. I need you to acknowledge that I carry more than you. Got the world here on my back. So I just thought I would ask.
She wrote it for all of us.
Yeah. I mean, none of us would have chose all we had to go through.
So I skipped the moment of silence by an accident, but let's go back to that
Okay.
and just ask ourselves, who am I? What do I want? And why am I here? Well, I definitely have to find a better way to share these pages in the future. Are you able to read this?
No, if I turn my phone sideways, I can, but
What about,
I can read, mini print,
okay, how about,
without readers. But if you have your phone straight up, you can't read it, but sideways, yes, you can see it clearly.
I'm trying to blow it up on my screen to make it bigger on your screen.
Okay, I
Okay,
can see it.
okay. So, Heartline Energy Celebration Declaration. I remember that life, and let's read this together. I remember that life is energy in motion. I choose to breathe the energy of gratitude from my heart into every cell of my body. I recognize my innate power from within to choose love over fear. Today, I choose to circulate love rather than fear, compassion rather than judgment, gratitude rather than scarcity, and peace rather than struggle. As I change the energy within myself, I change the energy I contribute to my family, my community, and my world. I recognize that every thought, every feeling, every intention, and every action sends a ripple through the field of life. Therefore, I consciously choose thoughts that uplift, words that heal, and actions that serve the highest good. May the energy I create today serve my highest good and the highest good of all. I choose love. I give thanks for miracles in advance. Together, we fear the miracle as though it has already happened, and so it is. And I'd like to invite Nora to be our speaker spark. And I think tell me if I'm sharing. I think I'm sharing you. No?
You had me, and then now it's back to you again.
Oh God. Okay, stop
There
sharing.
I am. Yep, I'm there.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna sit back and let you speak.
Okay.
Thank you.
So my journey is, as I noticed when my children were little, and they're 35 and 37 now, that when we would go to the doctor for certain things and they pushed vaccines and vaccination status, saying at the time that they couldn't attend school without them, that I really thought that the practice of vaccines was barbaric. Um, Giving kids shots, making them scream, them being sick afterwards, needing antibiotics for recovery. I would tell the doctor, whichever doctor I had at the time, I thought it was a scam to sell more antibiotics. And I would get fired from several pediatricians, voicing my opinion on how I felt it was barbaric, but I didn't know about exemptions, religious, philosophical, or otherwise, from vaccines. So I just put everything off as long as possible.
And my kids seemed to escape the cumulative effect of the vaccines up until my daughter was in second grade and my son was in fourth grade when they came out with the hepatitis B series. And after he received the second shot of that, he went into absent seizures where he would disappear for periods of time. That summer, he was supposed to have a college scholarship class for his math skills because he was so advanced in math. And after the shot, the second shot, he couldn't even complete equations anymore. And this carried on for a period of time. Of course, the doctors were telling me I was crazy, that this was something else. And finally, through badgering my doctor and getting a referral to a neurologist with the EEG, they were able to diagnose the many absent seizures that were happening every 6 seconds, making him unable to learn. And he had serious hand tremors also. At the same time, I wasn't recognizing what was going on with my daughter from the shots she got at the same visit. She was vomiting, nausea, sometimes throwing up a little bit of blood, but always very violently ill after meals. She developed a sudden soy allergy after whatever shot they gave her. And there was only about 11 shots demanded back then um, in the early 90s. And we took her to a nutritionist because gastroenterologists and nobody else could figure out why she was always vomiting, couldn't keep food down, why she was always sick. The school thought she had a nervous condition for the class that was after lunch, not realizing it was a food allergy. We did the standard allergy tests on her arms, which didn't indicate anything. But when we took her to a nutritionist, they did a saliva food allergy test and a hair test. And after I found out what the hair test did for us, it revealed that the metal adjuvants from the vaccines and even the pesticides on our food was not leaving my children's body. I never bothered to do that 23andMe DNA to check for gene mutations. I figured I already know from the hair test that these metals are not leaving their body because their hair test showed they were very high in heavy metals and therefore very low in nutrients. So we started a specific vitamin regimen. The book I used to help my children, given to me by my sister, was called Prescriptions for Nutritional Healing. I wouldn't suggest getting the latest copy of that, the blue copy, the green copy, the copy right before that. You can get for fairly cheap online, anywhere even used. But the newest copy, they are promoting vaccines in it. And I will never do that after what happened to my children and grandchildren. So through the process of detoxification, switching the pool chemical back then from chlorine to peroxide, doing those things you stick to the bottom of your feet to help detox your body. And I was giving them oral chelation therapy, which was, they do have IV chelation therapy. I didn't feel comfortable with that. So I got the magnesium chelate, potassium chelate, and other chelated vitamins that would help remove these metals from their body. And then I boosted all their nutrients, the D3, the magnesium, the probiotics. I would get the probiotic 11 from Nature Sunshine. I also would periodically give them some colloidal silver from Nature Sunshine because it always seemed to wipe out anything that was going on with them, and they didn't need more and more antibiotics after that. So as our health got restored, and my son was seizure free within 2 years, but his hand tremors didn't leave for two more, he was able to start learning again. And during that time, after he was severely injured, he did become suicidal and tried to harm himself twice. And we had to take him to counseling and talk to him as a family and encourage him that no matter what, we were going to get through this. Because he had lost so much of himself from that shot. And we don't know if it hit a vein or an artery or why it was so intense, or, literally when they stick you, we don't know where that stuff is going to end up. It could attack a different organ. It could go straight to the brain. We just don't know the veins and arteries that have been punched through on the way of jabbing that stuff in your arm. So, I stood my ground after that. I still didn't know about exemptions, but I didn't let them make my kids take another shot. I would just said, if you won't take them in this school, you will need to bus them to the nearest school that will accept them without vaccinations, because they are entitled to a free and appropriate education. I also went downtown Chicago and I took a 4-hour class on how to negotiate and navigate to get the best IEP for my son and a 504 plan for my daughter, because most of her problems was nosebleeds, nausea, and anemia, and just a couple different type of side effects than my son was having. But through the next couple of years, we eliminated soy from Maria's diet, and we detoxed both of them well, and we could tell within a year from the hair tests that the metals were coming out of their body rapidly, and they were rapidly healing before my eyes. And we ended up getting a family doctor. We didn't go to pediatricians anymore because they were always demanding the shots. So our family doctor respected my stand on we're not sticking anything else in their arms, period. And they don't need it. Their health has been great since, and that's what we're doing. And then later, after my son grew up and met this woman, and she was pregnant with twins, and it wasn't working out, and she didn't believe me or couldn't fathom that there was a possibility that her children could be harmed by vaccines. She didn't understand that there's way more vaccines given today than there was in the past. She continued to vaccinate my grandchildren against the knowledge that I was giving her, the movie Vaxxed, the documentary Vaxxed, and other things that she just wouldn't look at because she just couldn't conceive or believe it. And so when my grandson was 16 months, she took him in for that series with the MMR, and that's when he disappeared on us. He stopped talking, lost all the words he had, started banging his head, lost all eye contact, and would throw these ragey tantrums because he could no longer communicate or understand what was going on. He would scream at night. They called it night terrors. I called it encephalitis. And I would scoop him up when he would be here, and I would hold him upright in a rocking chair. And same thing with my son after he had colic as a baby. I would have him upright in a rocking chair, and that would always induce better sleep because it would drain extra fluid away from the top of the body. There's detox baths that you can do with Epsom salt, baking soda, just some regular bath salts, but nothing from the dollar store because it's usually loaded with more heavy metals and kinds of things that you don't want to add to their bodies. With my grandson and stuff, we went mostly organic as much as I could afford. And the nutrients I went with him was the Nordic Naturals D3, the Mama Bliss magnesium, because he was heavily constipated. We went with the Nature Sunshine Probiotic 11, and we did a lot of vitamin C chews, not only to restore his gut health, but we also went with a prebiotic called inulin that would help the probiotics stay in the digestive tract and not be limited by any residual detoxification from his vaccines. Within 2 months of him disappearing on us and us losing him to full-blown nonverbal autism, within 2 months, he started looking for us again, and he also started speaking, but he stuttered. He stuttered severely, and he would lose what he was saying in the middle of a thought or a sentence and stuff. So we continued his detox. I had what I had at my house, and I brought stuff over for his mom, and she told me she was sorry that she didn't listen to me, and she burst into tears. And I said, listen, if God helped me detox my children, God will help us detox your children. I said, you just have to stop doing this. You have to stop. You have to find a doctor that agrees with your choice. And she did. She was able to do that. And so it took another 2 months before my grandson stopped stuttering, and he started getting the mom, dad, bird, dog, cat words back. He still would have some raging tantrums when he was confused or couldn't finish the sentence or couldn't remember what he was thinking about. And he did have some special classes for a while when he got into school. And every once in a while, they might put him back and forth in a special class, but he's now 11 and a half. He's in band. He's doing well. He's actually kind of a too smart aleck right now once in a while. Where he gets grandma with a good one-liner. And when I'm about to send him to his room, God gently reminds me that look at how healed he is. Look at how much better he is. And the one real turning point in his story was because the doctors and his mom and everybody was constantly speaking autism over him. When he was having one of those ragey tantrums where I had to nail the vents for the heater and the air conditioning to the floor, he would take them out of the floor and he would bang on doors and walls with them when he was really upset. He would throw his bed around. He would dump his dresser, which was a plastic 3-level dresser. Nothing in his room was dangerous. We had to pretty much nerf bumper everything when he was ragey. And I scooped him up and I just commanded in Jesus' name that the spirit of autism leave him and that these symptoms of autism leave him, and that my grandchild is to be restored and he's not to suffer the outcome because of somebody else's mistake, that it's not his portion and it's not going to be part of his life. And he kind of went drowsy in my arms after that. And then the thought that came to mind was to sing over him. So I sang over him and he went to sleep. And I took the picture that day of him laying in my arms. And after he went home that weekend, his mom said, "What did you do? He's so different. He's so much better. I can't believe how much better he is." And I said, I prayed over him. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving in. I'm not standing down. We're gonna overcome this. And we just went to the Air and Water show in Chicago last weekend, and he did great. Even the last residual sensory symptoms are almost gone. And he was able to tolerate a whole lot of the Air and Water show, and it was really loud, and he didn't need headphones or nothing. But it got to the point where the planes were flying so low over our heads that it was even bothering me too. So I said, bud, if you're not enjoying it anymore, we can go back to the car and wait for your dad and your sister to join us there and stuff. Because, we all know, even personally, when we're done with something, and we honor that within ourselves and in each other, is if we're not enjoying it, there's no reason to sit there and be there for it when there's other options. And we're just paying attention to each and every step. I still give him his nutrients every weekends he's here. I don't know if what his mom's keeping up on or not. When he takes a bath here, I still do it as a detox bath. I still put the Epsom salt and baking soda in there. And as far as their little pool and stuff like that, we still go with peroxide over any chlorine type of thing if we're going to have a pool in the yard. or if we just decide to go to a swimming facility, that's fine. But I'm just so grateful to some of the groups I joined. One of the things I did different for my grandson was we got a Cell Spa Ion Cleanse foot bath, and I do have that on my Facebook page. And I have the before and after pictures of how much garbage and toxins and pesticides and glyphosate and all this stuff it can pull out of all of our bodies in just 30 minutes, once or twice a week. But the most important thing about the foot bath is we did the hair test first because we wanted to make sure that my grandson and I or nobody else was too low in any type of nutrition to start a detox where it was literally pulling things out of your body. And I also gave him all of his nutrients after the foot bath. So those good things can be restored to where the bad things were taken out. So any heavy metal toxicity in certain areas of the brain or the cells or the stomach or the intestinal system would be replaced by the nutrient minerals that were in the supplements I was giving him. So take away and then add good stuff, and you just watch their health be restored. And I'm just so grateful to God, Jesus, and Holy Spirit for guiding me through this process. That the Self Spa Ion Cleanse Foot Bath is only around $200. That both we were able to afford to have one in each household, so we didn't miss like when he was symptomatic again. Just do a fresh detox, and then his ragey behavior would leave immediately. Immediately, the restoration was noticeable. So the groups that I joined that helped with detox, they were on Facebook. Some of them would get eliminated, so I just joined another one. And all the people, that helped along the way and that I kept in contact with and asked questions and learning about homeopathy on and off to add to any of those regimens was what I started to do, but it didn't end up being a tipping point for us. For us, the tipping point was the nutrients in the Ion Cleanse Foot Bath, and that was for how our system was going. So I'm just gonna stick with that, but I still do want to learn all about homeopathy. We do use the flu remedy. We do use a couple other things as needed, and I noticed that you can use thuja, uh, homeopathic remedy, to detox any pets that have been over vaccinated. I learned that from my holistic vet. So looking forward to meeting any of you guys or talking to any of you guys privately to encourage you, sending you some pictures or some screenshots of the things and the brands that I use that I felt that I researched were the safest, so I can cut any of your research time in half and make things faster in the restoration of your children or even yourself. And thank you for your time.
Thank you. We did the foot bath also, and I found it was recommended in my CEAS group for helping to clear out the detox pathways and just help with that whole process. Did you ever do any homeopathic heavy metal detoxes?
We did do the thuja and two others. I don't remember the name of the two others on hand, but I did buy enough sets of them
They're
to give
classical. That's
to
classical.
yeah, to give to my grandson's mom, and I had three of them over here, so he'd have them when he was here. And with my granddaughter, she didn't suffer severely, but she had equilibrium issues for a period of time that eventually cleared up, to where she'd just be walking and then just tip and fall over, and
There's
there
a
wouldn't be any reason for it.
there's a really good book in the group. There's a link for half of it, Autism Beyond Despair. And he goes through a whole bunch of recoveries. And so like thuja would be classical homeopathy, which is good for any vaccine injury in humans
Yes,
too. It,
yeah,
it's
humans
good.
and pets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
and my vet said she used it on her children as well,
but
because she stopped vaccinating.
They can actually make homeopathic remedies from the vaccines that injured our kids. And then that actually, it really gets that root damage out.
Well, I also found that the colloidal silver helped with, because some of the vaccines are live viral
Yeah.
and live germ vaccines. So I
Baby.
really felt that the colloidal silver was key, and not only when they were sick once in a while, but for me to put some, in some distilled water for him periodically to wipe out any of the residual live viral cells from any of those live vaccines.
It's a
Because
fantastic alternative for antibiotics.
it sure is. It sure is. And then just giving the probiotic afterwards, just in case it wiped out a few good germs too. But I saw it when I took the
Yeah, with colloidal
prerequisites for
silver,
nurse.
you don't even need to do that. It doesn't have that same effect that antibiotics have like that.
No, it doesn't wipe them out, but I still, since I didn't check it in the lab when I took microbiology,
Mm.
I didn't check whether silver wiped out probiotics or not, but I did check whether silver wiped out germs and viruses, and it does. And since I was back to college for a while there and taking those kinds of classes, we were testing, copper cups, the copper water, and the silver, and then nickel did nothing, which we were just testing it all just to make sure, but we did not check on uh, we didn't do it. I didn't know about homeopathy back then, so we didn't have any other things while I was in the class for us to test, like to grow some probiotics and to see if the silver wiped out even just a little bit of it or not. So I don't know that for sure. And just out of safety, I would just give them the probiotics the next day just to make sure there was a good restorative amount in their digestive tract.
It's one thing I learned with my teeth is we used to have a saying by the skin of our teeth, and we've lost that gut biome. But when you look at people that are in the ground for 500 years, they have all of their teeth, and ours are rotting in our mouths today because we're missing that gut biome. So, I mean, our our standards for our health, I don't even think we know how intelligent our bodies can actually be and thrive anymore. It's been
And
so,
I remember the post from the Florida hospital that test people's bowel movement before and after the COVID vaccine. And they found that the COVID vaccine wiped out all the bifidus
Mhm.
from the person's entire system, which is the highest amount in everybody's system. And they found that the pregnant or even soon to be pregnant moms, that their children would come out and have no bifidus in their bowel movements and stuff. So they were at a severe disadvantage of something that needed to be restored. And you can't just buy any brand. You've got to get a reputable third party tested product. Otherwise, you might not be getting any at all because the regulations are very flimsy on that.
We're so geared to think, like antibacterial, antibacterial. But I always told my son the autism community has half of the gut biome that the neurotypical community has. You need more bacteria, more bacteria.
That's right. More good bacteria.
Right, right. But we need that diversity that gets along.
Yes.
One of my favorite meditations has actually been visualizing the bacteria in my gut as all of the people that I have conflict with, and then picturing them all smiling in my gut. Right?
That's
I put
good.
my ex-husband there, right? And I've got all my gut bacteria smiling at him.
I bet they overpopulate when you're that joyful.
Well, It
Because we
works.
all know what stress does. We all know what stress does. It raises cortisol levels, and it's a hindrance to good health. But we also know that being joyful, with or without reason, having fun, laughing, watching funny cat videos or other things that bring us great joy, or just sitting peacefully in our garden or yard and stuff like that, is very restorative. Find
That's
ways to
my
take
favorite
stress
meditation.
breaks.
When that guy
That's
told
right.
me to just picture those people in my, I just had to laugh out loud.
Yes,
I
that's
was
a
like,
great one.
I can't
Love
do
that.
this seriously because I'm too busy laughing, but I'm having fun like a child. And isn't that how we're supposed to exist?
Yeah. And see, my gut bacteria would actually be ganging up on them and taking them down.
But then we're living that in our own gut. I want to have a healthy gut.
That's right.
I don't want
That's
my
right.
gut being taken down anymore. It's hard.
No, just the negative stuff. Taking down the negative stuff. That's what we want done. So I'm
Right.
putting
Well,
my socks back on because I got to leave for work in 10 minutes.
I appreciate you so much.
Any last questions that you have? Any other ideas? And let the girls friend me or befriend me or anything like that if they need anything. I'll make time and get back to them. And I'll even pray for their children. I always have a list of children I'm praying for.
Thank
Um,
you.
that I pray daily. I pray daily. And anybody wants their kid or themselves or some on that list, will gladly pray for them every day with my sister. Me and her spend a half an hour a day praying for us, our state, our nation, in the world, and all that's going on at the same time. So we can, but we always lift up the people first. So we want to see more and more restoration going on with everybody's life so they're not trapped in the medical matrix. And, for years after that, my son took me with him to doctor's appointments to help him um, resist the doctor's fear based pushes to give him a DTaP shot or this or that. And I just remind him on the way there, I said, Bud, if you go back into seizure land, I can't stop my life to drive you around everywhere. I can't I can't give up my income to restore your, and all you have to do is say no to this and you can stay restored. I said, if you get tetanus or if you get a cut with something rusty, we will flood it with peroxide and we will bleed it out so you don't get anything. But I've never heard in my entire 63-year life one person coming down with lockjaw. Not one. Not a single person have I known, and I know thousands of people. I've met thousands of people. I've never met one person at a prayer healing event that had lockjaw or tetanus or anything of the such. Never. So
Yeah.
I really wonder what's real and what's not, and just the fear-based tactics of what they're pushing in the
Nobody was,
middle.
I don't know anybody that died of measles. And when I was a
No.
kid, the chicken pox was don't scratch or you'll get a scar. It wasn't you'll
Yeah.
die. I mean,
Yeah.
now I'm accused
I
as a
had
baby
I had
killer
measles. I had
for
measles
causing
at
the
Christmas
deadly
time.
chickenpox disease to come back. It's not true. I have a book and it was all about don't scratch or you'll get a scar. But
Yeah.
nobody died.
All you need for measles is vitamin A. That's all they
Right.
need. And that's why people die in other countries. In those two recent supposed measles deaths, when they interviewed the parents, that's not what they died from. They died from some type of pneumonia or something they picked up in the hospital.
The
They
treatment for
didn't
the
die.
pneumonia.
They didn't die. Yeah, they didn't die from measles. I think they put that one girl in Texas on a vent. That is unnecessary for children.
Yeah.
You don't leave somebody laying on their back unconscious when they have pneumonia. Not anybody. Not in any type of any respiratory doctor would let you know people need to get up and move around. That was the same thing with the COVID. I don't know anybody that died at home from COVID. They all died in the hospital. And we prayed for somebody that was on a vent, and she woke up and pulled her own vent out and walked and ripped out the IV and walked out of that hospital. She said, I heard you talking about killing me and taking my organs. And they didn't stop her. And she got out of there. And she's alive today because me and Karina were praying for like 10, 15 minutes. And then she woke up and got out of there. So God really moved in her life. That was awesome. So never give up, never give in, never back down. Don't feel like your prayers aren't heard or answered. Just keep praying them. Just keep declaring them. Just keep speaking the
And that's
truth
it's
over
the
the
way
Bible.
you do it. You're declaring the
That's,
outcome.
that's
You
right.
have given thanks in advance for the miracle. You have declared
That's
it, and
right.
then you experience it.
That's
But
right.
you
And I
don't
don't care if
say,
it's incremental
please,
or
I
all at
hope
once.
you do this for me. I'm so scared. You don't get your prayers answered that way, right?
No, and I prayed over all the supplements too. I asked God to make it more than enough. Um, and I just, I just was like, it's not going to be this way. We are going to get through this. It is going to happen. And I was under the mindset that no matter what I did, their healing was going to increase no matter what. I was not going to stand down. I was not going to step off. I wasn't going to give up. And I'm even telling, Shayna with this, the last couple of special classes that Tyler's in, I said, we got to continue to speak to this. We can't own it as a permanent diagnosis. We got to get this off his record. Other boys have gotten this off their record. But I'm telling you, when he's over here, you don't see it. You don't. He's a normal young man here. And I don't know if it's because she coddles or over babies him or, makes this big buffer zone for him. But kids will behave under your expectations also, what you expect him to do. He knows there's different rules at grandma's house than there is at his house, that we have a higher standard here of behavior, and he abides to it. He does. He can adjust just like that to a better standard because I believe for it. I believe in him. I believe God's helping him. And we're not going to stand down. So thank you for inviting me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I do have to get back to work and drive the school bus, but I will talk to you soon.
I hope you enjoy this music before you go.
There was a voice beneath the fear, a whisper in my soul. I expect miracles. I've seen impossible things. I watched hope rise from ashes and wounded hearts grow wings. Don't ask me to stop believing. Don't ask me to let it go. The same power that created life is greater than we'll ever know. I expect miracles. Yeah. There were nights I cried till morning, days I didn't know what to do, searching every road before me, trying to find what might break through, and every step became a lesson. Every challenge made me grow, not because the journey was easy, but because my heart refused to say no. When others saw a dead end road, I saw one more door to try. I expect miracles. I've seen impossible things. I watched silent prayers find voices, and broken dreams take wing. Don't ask me to stop believing. Don't ask me to let it go. The same power that created life is greater made to live in fear. I wasn't born to just survive. I was made to walk in wonder and keep the dream alive. Miracle, not someday, starting now. I choose hope over fear, even when I don't know how. I will listen to my heart. I will trust what I can't see, and I'll keep believing in possibility until possibility believes in me. I expect miracles. I expect miracles. I expect miracles. I expect miracles.
And now for the Heartline Energy Declaration. I am a living expression of life itself, connected to the source that flows through all things. The energy of life circulates within me now, through every breath, every heartbeat, and every cell of my body. No person, place, or circumstance determines my experience. I choose the energy I circulate. The wisdom of my heart is always available to me. When I become still and listen, I receive the guidance I need for my highest good. I honor my unique path, and I honor the unique path of others. I release judgment and allow each person the freedom to learn, grow, and become. I recognize abundance all around me. I welcome joy, gratitude, wonder, and possibility. I understand that miracles are created from the inside out. As I circulate love through my heart, I contribute healing to my family, my community, and my world. Remembering who I am, I extend my hand and invite you to walk with me in love, in harmony, and in peace. And so it is. And time for the Heartline Energy Share. So let's just take some deep breaths. Hold it. And release. And another deep breath in. Hold it. And release. And another deep breath in. Hold it. And release. And let's get that heart energy going between our hands. And let's call in the energy of the world, our children, and the restoration of their health. Use our computers as a proxy. We want our breath to be single-hearted in this mission, releasing burdens and bringing in miracles. We are responsible for listening and speaking with our heart honestly. Therefore, we breathe ease into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. So we're going to release that fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. We're going to bring in that easy energy. It listens and speaks kindly. We trust in our heart's truth to show us the way. Therefore, we have no need to worry, for we are confident in our heart's innate wisdom. So we want to release the worry, the distrust. And bring in the trust and the confidence. We deeply love and accept ourselves and our world. Therefore, we let go of conflict and allow our heart's peace to enter. So we're going to let go of the denial and the conflict. We're going to bring in the peace and the deep love and acceptance. And so it is.
Place your hand upon your heart, feel the rhythm, feel the beat. Place your hand upon your belly, feel the breath move deep and sweet. Take a moment to remember all the gifts that make you shine. I am the master of my energy. I choose to make my heart and mind alive. Breathe in love, breathe out fear. The wisdom of my heart is here. Breathe in peace, breathe out doubt. Let my heart line shine throughout. One breath, one heart, one light divine. I am connected to my heart. Hands upon the crown above me, I deeply love and accept myself. And the world surrounding me opening to greater wisdom, becoming all I'm meant to be. I let go of conflict and allow my heart's peace to enter. Breathe in love, breathe out fear. closely I listen, and I speak with my heart honestly. My voice